Hello! Today we continue our road trip through Romania with part 2 out of the 3-part series, covering the places I recommend you visit in Romania based on personal experience. If we covered Moldova and Bucovina in the northeast in the previous one, in this video we start from the southeast, we move through the south, and we go all the way to the west. You can find a link to this map I will show in the description if you want to use it in your travels in Romania. And back to the map we go. We move to Dobrogea, and here it's quite clear what I'm gonna say because the attractions are also quite clear and quite marketed, I guess. So you can go to Constanța, you have an airport. You cannot really get there unless you come from, I think, London or Istanbul, but you have Bucharest quite close, and it's a 1.5 hour away, I think, by train. So you can get quite easily to Constanța, which is one of the oldest places in Romania, and it's a lot of history as well. Then if you want to have fun, you can go from Mamaia up here, which is the, let's say, more spoiled area, to Vama Veche, which is more hippie area. And you can literally choose anywhere from up there to down here because you will have something in between that satisfies any taste along the Black Sea shore. Then the most important place, I would say, the place you should really visit is the Danube Delta. It's an unique experience, and you'll get a lot of birds, a lot of little nice rivers and streams and corridors. I don't even know exactly what the names are. They are just amazing, and you will see a lot of nature, a lot of isolated places. People will eat a lot of fish there for obvious reasons, and yeah, all wild horses as well. It's not a swamp by any means. It's a delta. It's really nice, and if you get to go around there with a boat, if you have the means to do it, then please do. Although fishing is quite cool to do around there, even though I'm not the biggest fan, you should really give it a go. Delta Dunării. The counties of Dobrogea are Tulcea in the north and Constanța in the south. Then we move to Muntenia. In terms of culture here, you have everything from Bucharest all the way to the area around here in the mountains with Peles Castle and Sinaia, the royal area, or so to speak, I think, where the royal family really invested in this area during the monarchy. Also, if you want some history, if you are into monasteries, Curtea d'Argeș is quite an important place down in south here. And obviously the mountains around here are quite crazy. They are probably the highest in Romania. You can visit Munții Piatra Craiului, you can visit Munții Bucegi, you can go skiing if you want around Brașov, but that's already in Ardeal. So you can do all that in Muntenia. And you can do the skiing around here in Sinaia. And if there would be one place that I would really recommend to visit, would be to go from, I suppose, really from Ploiești to here through Valea Prahovei. Valea Prahovei is quite a special place. And if you can go by car through here when it's not really busy, it's quite an experience, you know. Go to Brașov. Go basically Ploiești to Brașov or Bucharest to Brașov. This is a true experience, and stop every now and then, go to the mountains if you want, go visit Sinaia, go visit Peles Castle, go visit the other attractions, Cantacuzino, I haven't been here, but I heard it's cool, then Predeal and so on. Valea Prahovei, the Valley of Prahova. Then we move to Oltenia, and the counties of Olt, Dolj, Mehedinți, Gorj, and Vâlcea. Here you have quite a few things to do in the mountains again. If you want, there's an airport in Craiova if you want to visit Oltenia. If you want the mountains, then definitely go through the Jiu, Defileul Jiului, so the valley of Jiu. It's unbelievably cool to drive around here. Then if you want some history, architecture and many others, visit Târgu Jiu. And in Târgu Jiu you should really go and see the main attractions like Poarta Sărutului, Coloana Infinitului. There are some Brâncuș goodies. If you don't know who Brâncuș is, and you should really check him out. Biggest this guy, biggest sculpture in Romanian history, very recognized. However, the best place that I would suggest to go in Oltenia is definitely the Iron Gates, where the Danube comes into the country. It's quite a unique place. This is a communist way of showing pride to the Dacians. This is supposed to be Decebal, the king of Dacians, and then you can go around here. As you can see, you have all this. On one side you have Serbia, on one side you have Romania. It's quite impressive. You can obviously drive around here, it's quite cool. You can boat around here, it's quite cool. You can chill if you want, stay a little bit and visit through the hills. You have a lot of options and the images are truly spectacular. Then we move to the Banat, and obviously Timisoara is the most accessible and cultural place. This is where the revolution started. You have a lot of interesting places. Quite a small city in my opinion, but still you have a lot of goodies in there. It's quite accessible, it's quite cultural, it's quite historical. And then you have the mountains around here with Cheile Nerei, which is quite nice. You also get the bigger waterfalls. I have no idea at this point in time if they have restored it, because this has fallen at some point last year, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, you get some really nice hikes around there. Really scenic, really scenic. That would have been probably the place I would have recommended to go, but I think Băile Herculane is a bit on top. The stuff that you can find in Băile Herculane is shocking. The amount of degradation there is and how beautiful this place still can become, and was, quite frankly, is unbelievable. You should really check. It's a bit hard to get there. I know it's a bit in the middle of nowhere, but Băile Herculane, this is Hercules by the way, and that's where the name comes from, is quite an impressive place. It used to be a spa resort. Ceausescu used to go there. You can see the nice buildings. It's something taken from a weird movie, really. It's like a weird, very weird place, but it's really worth visiting. And if this, let's say, you can do it in one day, then if you go around there, you can also visit places in Oltenia, the one that I recommended, Iron Gates. You can go to Cheile Nerei, you can go back to Timisoara and fly anywhere you want. You can also get to Craiova and you have that airport. So yeah, if you can, go to Băile Herculane, really recommend it. Then we move up north with Crișana and Oradea and Arad, the two counties.
Stefan from the future here. I am aware that part of Crișana region there are also the counties of Sălaj and a little bit of Hunedoara and Satu Mare counties. However, for the purpose of this video, I have only considered the counties that are almost entirely in that region.
Obviously, visit Arad. It's a important place here. They kind of live under the in the shadow of Timisoara because they are so close, but I think Arad is quite cool. People from there are quite cool as well. You should go see a football game maybe in Arad. So because in Ardeal there's so much to speak about, I included the apuseni in Crișana. I know that's wrong, but I think it's just easier for everybody. So in the Apuseni mountains you should visit really everything. The mountains are so different than what you find, for example, in Moldova, what you find in South. They are so different. And here you have some really interesting historical places, historical to the point of Ice Age. Yeah, you have like places where big cave bears used to roam, other nice caves, all through the south of Apuseni mountains. So really, really cool. However, this probably is the only city? No, it's the other city. There are two cities I recommended as top picks, and Oradea is really one of them. If you want to visit Crișana, I would really, really put Oradea on top. The amount of restoration that they have made, the way this city has been built, how organic and natural everything has been with them, really puts it on top of my list of recommendations for Crișana. And you know, you can come from Budapest, you can come from Hungary, you can go to Hungary, you can fly. I think they have an airport, not very, I think it's in the same kind of stage as Constanța airport is. You can only have a couple of flights nowadays because Ryanair has moved out. But all in all, Oradea is a great place to go to, and then from there you can visit everything else. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about this video. If you have other places you want to visit, or if you agree with my judgment for the main attraction in each region. Stay tuned for part 3, and once again, this is a list of places that I have been to and what I like the most. I will see you next week with a new grammar video, and until the next one, la revedere!